Welcome to Q&A, Social Security Disability Today. This program is brought to you by the Reeves Law Firm, representing you and your Social Security and disability needs. If you have a problem or questions regarding Social Security and disability, call attorney Anthony Reeves. Here's your host, attorney Anthony Reeves.
I've seen this happen quite a few times, and this is probably going to freak you out when I say it. Because I've had people ask me, why is Social Security only paying me for a year worth of back pay when I was disabled for much longer? The reality is that Social Security has it set for a very finite period of time for how far back you're entitled to disability benefits. And I tell people all the time, and I've said this to a couple of my clients, the moment you make a determination that your medical condition prevents you from being able to work, apply sooner than later, because the amount of money that you can get retroactively is limited depending on the kind of case you have. If it's SSI, the most you can get is up to the day of the application. If it's SSDI, it's up to a year before, at maximum up to a year. Now, let me tell you what usually happens in the courts of life. Most people don't think about going to apply for disability right out the gate. They just don't. They figured I'm going to try to do the very best I can to survive during that time period. I'm going to try to find other work, not successful. Maybe get unemployment, last only for a short period of time. Try a few things. And let's be real, people. There's no life plan model that takes in consideration you applying for disability benefits. Nobody plans to be disabled. So most of us are conditioned that if things get tough, you dig in. So guess what? You lose your job, you try to find another one. Get hurt in your job, you try to find something easier. If you got family that you're taking care of, you got to survive. So you're not thinking about the disability portion. But what ends up happening is that you'll have a situation where when you finally get to the point where you've said, I think I've done enough. I've done all I can. I got to dig in and get this disability thing going. And all of a sudden you're thinking in your mind, well, I've been out of work for 4 years. I should be able to get compensated for that entire time period. No, the regs don't let you do that. The regs only let you get up to a year before for Social Security disability claims. Not SSI, but SSDI. And it's important to know that because a lot of times people will come to me and say, but I was disabled that entire time. I say, it didn't matter that you were disabled that entire time. Sorry. The regs are very, very clear and very specific on this. Up to a year from the date of the application. Now, if you had earlier applications where you tried and you were unsuccessful and you gave up and then maybe you want to try again, you may have some grounds for reopening it, but that's a case-by-case basis and it's a fact pattern situation, meaning depends on the facts and the circumstances of why you didn't pursue this going backwards. You just need to know in the grander scheme of things, okay, that when you're applying for Social Security and you are still eligible to receive SSDI, the most you can get is up to a year before. It doesn't matter if you've been disabled much longer than that, and it doesn't matter if it goes back much further than that. The reality is this: when you applied, up to a year. Sorry, shouldn't have waited that long. And I know some people are saying, Attorney Reeves, that's harsh. And I'm like, listen, the reason why I say it's harsh is because, like I said, most people try to survive, and usually when they're coming to file for disability is because they've tried everything. And they believe they should be compensated because if they were disabled 3 years back, why shouldn't they be compensated 3 years back? And I always tell people the same thing. File sooner, not later.